How's it? Welcome to the podcast. You're listening to the Green Dog Blitz, hosted by Brian Anderson and Agobian. Throughout the show, we'll attempt to control the line of scrimmage. Let's get to it. Brian, what's up, buddy?
Nice, Yvonne. Always love that introduction. It's going well, man. Things are good. Got 2 weeks of football under our belt, as you like to say, and we're ready to kind of take it and run. Right? I mean, what'd you think about last week? Anything come pop
I
out at you?
Well, yeah, like I said, week three is definitely here, Brian. Good call. Week two's in the hopper. And here's what I stood out to me. Some teams are 0-2, some teams are 2-0, and then you got the one-to-oneers. And it's pretty simple right now as far as the record. That's what stands out to me. And if you're 0-2, you don't want to go 0-3. It's kind of gets panicky at that point a little bit. If you're 2-0, some teams it looks like are playing with house money weren't supposed to go 2-0, perhaps, whatever that means. It's a parity driven league. But preseason pundits perhaps said that. And the other ones that are 2-0, some are meant to be, according to them. But we're going to find out also with week three coming up here. Pretenders, we're starting to get a little separation. Pretenders, contenders, cream of the crop, all that stuff. And so I'll be curious this week to kind of keep an eye on things. I'm not establishing any type of panic mode or pattern right now. It's only week three, but you give me week four, week five, and we can start really maybe get some separation and make some more predictions.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, I thought we'd go maybe to some headlines with over the last week.
All the quarterbacks going down, five of
Hmm.
them. Starting QBs week one are now week three not happening at all, varying degrees of injuries for all five of them. And that made me think about it. And I said, what about the get off my lawn QB club? Which I kind of looked at some ages on the top four quarterbacks right now, meaning the oldest four that are starting are Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco, Matt Stafford, and Russell Wilson, respectively, 41, 40, 37, 36 age. And they are all four starting this week.
Hmm.
Four
Yeah.
oldest Wiley dogs, knowing how to take a hit or slip out of one, right? And so I thought that was interesting. And then what about this whole QB carousel now at week three? How important is a backup in the NFL? And will holding a clipboard, the price of that only go up with the 17-week season going to 18 eventually, and just needing a signal caller there, how important that is.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I think that's an interesting point about the old guys. They're the
Mm-hmm.
healthy ones, and these, the younger guys or mid-age guys, whatever you want to call them, are the ones who are injured. But they're probably taking more risks at the younger age. And these guys, these wily veterans, they know how to play the game. So, um, yeah, I don't know. And then some of these guys are younger quarterbacks who are backups waiting for their chance, and
Mm-hmm.
so waiting for these older guys to drop. But yeah,
Great
it's an
call. Like
interesting take.
they're in buzzard mode, and
They are.
I don't blame them. This is their opportunity to shine, to get some stats under their belt as an NFL starter. And you know what? Who knows? Out of these five that are coming in as backups, will any of them stick and actually stay because they're doing so well? They rip off four in a row, and I know some of the people in front of them are the starters, of course, but hey, let's give our starter maybe an extra week to heal because he's doing so well. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Yeah.
that'll be fun. Or if not, hey, you're going to get traded next year because you're going to have interest because you had such great tape. Another team wants to take a shot on you. And so this is their time, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Next man up mentality, right? You got to be ready. So,
Absolutely. So we'll keep an eye on those games coming up with the five different quarterbacks. I think Vikings are involved with that, right? With JJ. So
yep.
that
And
was that was
with the
going to get some.
Bengals too,
Go
they're
ahead.
head to head. Couple teams that are
Oh,
having backups. So we'll talk about
yep,
that in
yep,
our picks segment. It looks like you
yep.
chose that game, but
Oh, I
yeah,
had
I
to.
saw some things
Yeah.
that were good this week, some that were bad, and some that were ugly. So let's jump to that. The good, I thought there was some great high octane offenses on display this week, and they're actually almost all the early games. But there are 8 teams that scored 30 or more points last week. Three of those teams scored 40 or more, and then eight were decided by a score or less. And one of those games went to overtime with two last second field goal kicks. Dallas, I believe it was, kicked to go into overtime and then kicked for the win. So I thought that
Mhm.
was good. Um, Bad, the Kansas City Chiefs, man. I think they're, I don't know, maybe it's too early to react or overreact, but they're 0-2 start against division rivals. Maybe a call for a little urgency. In those games, they've kept it close, losing both by just a score. But their key players are getting long in the tooth. Travis Kelce, as much as we love him for his off-field persona, he stole the heart of Taylor Swift and probably has more listeners on his podcast than ours. I don't know, but he's not getting the job done on the field, and we'll see what they've made this week. They've got a winnable. What they do this week, they've got a winnable game in the Meadowlands against the Giants, and then finally the ugly. Oh boy, do I hate to say it, the Minnesota Vikings. Boy,
Oof.
man, they cannot get anything going on offense. They've had
Oof.
8 quarters of football. One of them's looked good, and it was one that got them the win in Chicago. But JJ McCarthy, man, he's got a lot of pressure on him. He's injured now, so maybe that takes a little pressure off. But he's 22 years old in his second year, first year starter. He's a brand new dad. He had his wife or his girlfriend had a baby last week, and the Bears made him look good, but I don't know, man. He's got for an injury, and he's got a lot of promise. And there's a lot of other injuries on the Vikings, but right now they got to figure something out. I mean, this ship is going to sink if they don't fill those holes quick. So,
Oof.
uh, but anyway, I don't know. That's my good and the bad, the ugly take. Any comments
I
on that,
love
bro?
it. Yeah, I think you're right about the Vikings. It could get ugly quick. You're right. They've had 7 subpar outings as far as quarters, and that one great quarter in the fourth to eke out the Chicago win. But they need to start showing some more consistency. And then the bad, the Chiefs, you could swap the Chiefs and the Vikings to bad or ugly one way or the other, but it's just not good either way. And I guess ugly's worse in Minnesota. You're right, because they lost their QB. And then the offenses were going this week. You're correct. And Detroit didn't hurt that cause either, man. They chunked out a half a century of 50 plus. So that was
Yeah.
fun to watch. Yeah. But good call on that. Did you see anything switching gears as far as red carpet spotlight week 2? What was fun to watch? Who wore it best? Who didn't? I got one note in here. It was pretty tame as far as the outfits were concerned, uniforms. Green Bay Packers. Did you see their white helmet, a white jersey, white pants? I guess it's their white cheddar outfit. We're gonna call it something.
Yeah, if they had a porous defense, it'd be their Swiss cheese
There it
outfit.
is.
But actually, I kind of
Did you
liked it.
like it or no?
I
Yeah,
did. Yeah, I saw.
yeah.
I think it's a lot easier to look at than their green and yellow or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of them, but obviously that makes me cringe a little bit. But yeah, that was pretty good. Did you like it?
Yeah, I did too. I think I liked it a lot. I think it has a white stripe down the helmet. If they would just match the stripes on their jersey or pants with a little color, I think it'd be cool. The white helmet
Nice.
with a little color. Yeah, but I thought it
Yeah.
was great. And then I also liked the late Monday night football game. It just looked sweet. The Chargers and Raiders were matching up, and they just both have awesome uniforms, right?
Yeah, they do. You're right. So
Yeah,
yeah, good looks out there for the those teams. I'm just trying to look real quick to see if there's anything else coming up this week.
yeah.
The Buccaneers go retro with their what do you call
Oh,
those?
Bucko Bruce uniforms, or no
Yeah,
cream, the creamsicles, whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The
yeah,
creamsicles with the guy with
yeah,
the Buccaneer with the
yeah.
knife in his mouth, or whatever. That's a great look, man. Uh,
Swashbuckling.
yes, and then
Okay,
the
cool. We'll look for
Patriots are
that.
going back to their three stance dude this
Oh,
weekend too, and
cool.
their helmets.
Yep,
So we're
yep.
doing some throwbacks this week. So a couple things to look out for in
I
week 3.
will. What else are we doing, Bri? We moving on to one of our mainstay segments. Take it away, positive yardage.
Yeah, we are just moving along here today, man. That's great.
Mhm. Got
So
the
my
coffee going. Let's get
yeah, I
this
know
morning going,
caffeine
baby.
fueled. Let's
Hey, Green Dog Blitz is also, we know we're recording this Wednesday morning. We appreciate your listenership. Hang on, let your friends know if you're enjoying it. Green Dog Blitz.
nice. Nice little plug there. Yeah, I always like to shine a little
Mhm.
spotlight on some good things going on in the league. Uh, September, as you may or may not know, is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And I'm going to shine a little spotlight on Dawson Knox. He's the punter for the Buffalo Bills, which is They'll be hosting Thursday Night Football, and he's been deeply involved with the PUNT, Pediatric Cancer Collaborative. It's a Western New York nonprofit supporting families facing pediatric cancer diagnosis. He lost his brother, Luke Knox, and he's always kind of helped out with fundraising, a fundraising drive, hashtag Luke's, let me try that again, Luke's Legacy, where fans donated often amounts tied to Dawson or Luke's jersey numbers. So 16 and 88. So it's just a small donation of $16.88 or in denomination of that, but it would benefit PUNT Punt. One specific initiative is Luke's Locker in partnership with Punt provides support for childhood cancer patients and their families by providing supplies, comfort items, etc. So, quick spotlight on those guys. Pediatric or Cancer Awareness Month is now. Check out puntpediatriccancer.org to see what they're doing and how Dawson Knox is helping out in his community. That's it.
Nice, Bry. Always love the no respect coming up as well, but always love the positive yardage. And anybody wants to do a little more research, the information is there. To keep on
Absolutely.
going
Yeah.
here, like I said, one of my favorite segments.
Well, that's the story of my life. No respect.
No respect. And that week candidate is week 2, Detroit Lions. No Ben Johnson calling the offensive plays for Detroit. No problem. What a performance, huh? 52-21 victory over division rival Bears. The head coaches in this, per usual, were the main talk leading up to the game. But on the field, stud quarterback Jared Goff went off 23 for 28, 5 touchdowns, 0 INTs. Got both wide receivers, St. Brown and Williams, involved. Both got over 100 yards receiving. The running backs, Gibbs and Montgomery, each had a touchdown. Defense was bothering Caleb Williams worse than fleas on a dog, Bry. The Lions bounced back from a week 1 dud performance. They're 1-1 right now, and that's way more better than going 0-2. Dan Campbell realizes that this season's huge for him. He's got to keep that winning culture he's starting to create in Detroit. They've lacked that for so long. They need some consistency of winning, making the playoffs 3, 4, 5 years in a row. Let's do this. So nice week 2 performance lines. You're my no respect candidate this week.
Yeah, that was an interesting game coming in because they had the Ben Johnson leading the Bears, and he's kind of the mastermind behind the offense in Detroit. And after coming, what we saw in week 1, I don't think I saw this throttling that they were going to put on the Bears, but I think it exposed the Bears to who they are, and probably gave the Lions a lot of confidence. And then you're right, Jared Goff, man, he just went off, and he's one of those guys that's sitting there on our waiver wire in fantasy football. Nobody wants him. I don't get it,
dude. Some guy
yeah.
just dropped him before this week. I'm like, that's way too early to drop him. Don't give up on him after week 1. He dropped him, and I was like, no way. And look what he
That's
did week
crazy.
2.
Pick him up,
Exactly.
Yerv. Pick him up.
I got my own issues besides quarterback on my team. All right, where are we going, Bri? What's our next segment?
Where
Burning
are we?
question of the week. Oh, burning question of the week. We'll come up with one. How's that? That's how it's on fire. The question is in the air with the ashes. All right, moving on. How about some pop trivia, Bri? What do you think?
Yeah, I've got some trivia for you, Yerv.
You want to do a little Buffalo Bills? Yeah. Oh, cool. Hit me,
Gonna
baby.
get some Buffalo, the city of Buffalo, maybe some football mixed in there. I've got 4 questions for you, so let's get ready. Get those wheels turning in your mind. All right, what do you know about Buffalo? Do you know its nickname? It's called the City of Good Blank. I'll give you 4 choices. It's a city of good fortune, city of good neighbors, city of good times, or the city of good wings. Buffalo, that is.
What was the second? What was the second one? I want the neighbors one. The neighbors.
The neighbors one is correct. You got it. First
No
time. Ding, ding,
way!
ding.
No way! You got to be kidding me.
Great guess.
Okay.
All right.
I was thinking it's a small town, homey. Everyone knows each other. Everyone's cool. So it was that or the wings. So okay, continue.
Yeah, that would not have been as good. It'd flow off your lips or whatever. But anyway, all right. Let's see how good you are with geography. The body of water that Buffalo sits on, is it lake Michigan, Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, or Lake Superior? Obviously, one of our Great Lakes, but which one is it?
Oh, buddy. Lake Erie?
You're on fire, brother. Nice. Two for two. All right. Well, hey, I think your chances are good. I got two more questions. Bills Mafia, the team's famous fan base, is best known for what tradition? A, painting snow shovels with team colors. B, tailgating by smashing through folding tables. C, freezing their jersey in ice blocks. Or D, organizing parades downtown, win or lose.
um, I've seen a couple highlights of some dude with no shirt, full bore in the air, in a concrete, the parking lot, asphalt, jumping on a table. So I think that's it.
I think, yeah, I've seen those too. You're absolutely right. All of these are crazy choices, aren't they? But um,
Right?
tailgating by
Oh,
smashing through folding tables. Good for them.
I love it.
All right, the final one, and this is right up your alley here. I don't know you like these questions. What is the name of the Bills mascot? Is it Billy the Buffalo, Blitz the Buffalo, Buckaroo the Buffalo, or Bandit the Bull?
Oh, geez. Blitz the Buffalo?
Oh, you walked right by the easy one. Billy the Buffalo,
Oh, Billy. Oh, no
Buffalo Bill,
way.
baby. Yeah.
That's funny.
So
All right. That was cool.
3 out of 4 is good.
Okay. Nice. Thanks, Brian. Okay. I got one question for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Um, what was the name of the no huddle offense the Bills used under head coach Mark Levy? Are you ready? I'm going to give you four choices.
Thank you for the
What is it?
choices. Yeah.
West Coast? Yeah. West Coast, K gun, run and shoot, or Air Coryell?
I say run and shoot.
It was employing the K gun offense, known for its no huddle shotgun formations, led by Jim Kelly. Awesome.
Yep. Yep.
That was
Yep.
fun. Nice little trivia time, Brian. Thanks for doing that. That was fun.
That's always fun. Yep.
All
All
right.
right, man.
So we're talking about trivia. That means the game's coming up in Buffalo, correct? So
Correct.
let's talk about some football. How about Miami Dolphins are coming into town, and it's not too cold for Miami. It's still what into summer here, technically. Buffalo Bills favored by 12 and a half.
Mm.
Minus 12 and a half. That's crazy, right? For an NFL spread. We're almost getting a double digit touchdown material there.
Yeah.
Dolphins, I guess, no respect in Vegas, huh, Brian?
I'd say so. And maybe rightfully so. I mean, from what we've seen so far, and that's all we can go off of.
Mhm.
I think at 12.5 point spread, that's huge. And definitely makes you want to say, all right, maybe the Dolphins have a chance to beat this spread. But they haven't been looking good. They haven't, and the Bills. I mean, they came back first week against the Ravens in fine fashion, and they won last week too. I can't remember who they played, but um, I, going into Buffalo, I don't care what the temperature is. You got people smashing through folding chair tables or folding tables, beforehand. They're ready to rumble, baby. Uh, I think the Bills are gonna make a statement here and put the Dolphins away, and they'll take. They'll take the 12.5 points.
Wow, that's a lot of points, man,
It
in an
is.
NFL game. But I guess the Dolphins are that beepy. How about the Bills beat the Jets last week, Brian? Good call,
Oh
30
yeah.
to 10.
Yep.
And I was in the Dolphins. They got beat by the Patriots, kind of in a semi slugfest. At home, man, the Dolphins just. I mean, Tyreek Hill got involved a little bit. He had over 100 yards. That made me feel good. And Tua kind of had over 300 yards throwing, looked okay. So at least some things are starting to click. But man, you know what? Brian, where do I go with this? I'm going to go opposite you. I'm going to take the plus 12 and a half. Hope Miami can hang in there and do something. They're staring down a real bad season if they go 0-3. They are extra motivated. So I'm going to take even if they can hang around by a touchdown or, a touchdown and a field goal, I'm in it to win it with plus 12.5.
Yeah, I think it's actually a good pick. I think, these teams, division game, right?
All right.
Yeah, I mean, anything can go. So the Dolphins could come find a way to sneak into this, and who knows, make some noise. But so far, what I've seen, I don't think they're gonna. All right.
I
So
was just going to ask you, are you talking yourself
I'm
into it?
not. No, I'm not. I'm going with the Bills, baby.
That's funny.
Uh,
All right.
yeah, they're gonna
Um,
throttle them. All right. So we talk a little bit about we're talking a lot about overreacting and reacting
mhm.
to what we've seen, but what are you seeing? Is there anybody that should be in panic mode at this point in the season? Uh,
Yeah, I do. And like I mentioned, good call, Brian, the panic mode segment. 10 teams are currently 0-2, but I've got 3 of those 0-2 teams in panic mode. And those 3 teams share an unfortunate stat: Bears, Browns, and Giants, all 0-2. And I think it's all 0-2 in a divisional record, meaning they're 0-2 in their division. Talk about being behind the 8 ball. What, you only got 6 division rivalry games? Is that right, a season? And then you've already blown 2 of them right off the first 2 games, and you're in the whole 0-2. That's not a good way to start that. I mean, every team's goal at the beginning of the season is to win the division. Because what does that do? It gives you a ticket to the dance. It gives you a dinner out with a date, and that's what you want. You want that opportunity, right?
yeah,
and so,
always.
and so, Bears, Browns, and Giants, you're in the proverbial hole, buddy. Dig yourself out, teams. Good luck, right? That's my panic mode. Whoop whoop, break glass,
Yeah,
panic.
they're standing in the corner with no one looking at them, man. I I'll tell you, Russell Wilson, I think, had a nice bounce back game, and they lost the game. And who knows if he'll lose his starting position or the starting position there at quarterback. But boy, oh boy, he came out to play. He was hurling that ball, and to the point where he had success. But then he probably lost the game because he chucked a long ball that was intercepted when in panic mode. But anyway, yeah, those are great teams to highlight, and we've heard their names before, and we'll hear them again.
Yeah, and I like the way you tied in the panic mode with Russell Wilson in that last throw in the end zone. He
It
panicked. Yeah.
was, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Brian. Let's go with we're getting to a Blake's take. All right.
All right,
We're
good
at
old
that moment
Blake.
here. All right. We talked about the KC quarterback last week. He's got a couple quick ones. One of them was that the Chargers are the most complete team in the NFL, but I'm going to switch that. It's got to be AFL. NFL is just way too cast of a deck.
AFC. AFL's going way
AFL.
back.
Here we go. AFC. He's saying elite quarterback, excellent wide receiver group, a whole bunch of playmakers at every level of the D. And you've got Derwin James, of course, stand out. Tui Polo Tu, if I said that right, Henley, Harbaugh coaching like he's back with the Niners going to the Super Bowl days, right? He's asking, how is this team not the AFC favorite? And I know it's week 2, but are they? Are they not? Is this too premature?
Well, you know the Bolts better than anybody, and the heartbreak that they can lay on a fan. But so I mean, it's hard to know to actually think that maybe they've come to that pinnacle, I guess, of success. But obviously, we just talked about the Bills. They're an AFC team that is hard to contend with. I would love to see that matchup, and someday we will, right? And it's going to be interesting to see. But yeah, it's early, and I think they've come out as a surprise to both you and me. We always thought they were going to run. They had a great quarterback that they're not utilizing his arm, but they have been, right? And so they've got always had great receivers. He might be onto something here. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I want to
Yeah,
keep
we'll
an eye on
see.
it. You just mentioned Bills and Chargers. Wouldn't that be a heck of an AFC championship showdown? Man, I'd like to
Absolutely.
see that. That would be
Mhm.
fun. Okay, so yeah, maybe Blake's honest. I mean, I'm just going to take his energy and keep on riding the Chargers to see where they go. But they are looking like, front runners. Absolutely. It's not KC right now, is it? Um, you
No.
know, it's obviously not the Raiders, and so this division might be for the taking right now. They might have an opportunity here, and I don't think the Broncos. Ooh, what a loss they had, huh? Okay,
Mhm.
but yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I'll keep an eye on that. And then speaking of the Bills, he had one other last take, funny Blake take. Ready? Quote: Superman Josh Allen saw his own blood, and it turned him mortal for the afternoon. talking about when he got his nose busted. He
Oh
seemed to
yeah, yeah.
think that, yeah, just things kind of just toned down. It was just a lot of game management from that point on. But if
All
I
right.
bust my nose, I'll probably be game managing too and less throwing. Uh,
Yeah, and you can do that against a team like the Jets too. So let's
nice.
be real.
That was Blake's
So
take. That was
yeah,
fun. Yeah.
nice.
Where we at?
Uh, all right, let's go in at some picks. What do you think?
Yeah, buddy, I'm feeling a little thirsty. It's time. Tallboy picks, Bry. We're gonna crack and stack a 4-pack, baby. It's us against Vegas and the spread. Can we crack and stack them, baby? You ready? All right, it's week
Do it.
3. I wanted to do the NFL parity update. We didn't do it last week, I forgot. But week 1, Brian, 12 of the 16 games played finished within one possession, meaning 8 points or less. That was week 1. That's a heck of a parity right there. 12 of 16 games.
Hmm.
Okay, week 2, I monitored it. It dropped a bit. 8 of 16 games last week finished within one possession. So we're starting to see a little separation. Teams are starting to get the shake off the rust and see what we have now. But man, beware betting. How tight is that? We're going to get into it right now, Bry. I'm going to say first game on the docket, Cincinnati at Minnesota. These odds brought to me by ESPN Bet. We're doing this, like I said, Wednesday morning, so some of these odds will change. But here we are currently, Minnesota minus 2.5 at home.
All right. Well, the good old Vikes is going to battle the backups, right? So they got the starting quarterbacks are on the bench injured. Big blow to the Bengals. I think the Vikings have faced Browning in the past. I can't remember. I think they lost to that game, but Bengals are a tough team, and they've got a lot figured out. Uh, I think the Vikings are just looking dismal right now. With the backups, somebody who's been well, we got Carson Wentz. He hasn't really he's dropped off quite a bit from what we've seen last of him. He'll want to make a big comeback, but want all you want. It doesn't mean you're going to produce, especially with an O line that is as porous as the Vikings seems to be. So, and they also have the Aaron Jones is injured. They got some Darisaw, I mean, is injured as well, and Cashman on the defensive side for the Vikes. I hate to do it, man, but I think the Cincy's going to cover the spread with even given the 2.5 points. So give me the Bungles.
Oh boy, I know that hurt. Okay.
Yeah, right.
You know what? You're right, Bry. Browning is capable with the Bengals. He's still got Brown to run. Chase can catch. He's still got Henderson. Defense wrecking things. They got a nice secondary with Hill leading it. I'm looking Mason. I mean, Mason's got to step up big time, right? This is his time.
Hmm. Yeah, and he
He's got to
can.
help out. Yep. And so that's a nice piece there. JJ Jefferson's still there. He seemed healthy last time I checked. What do we do here? What was the line? Current 2.5. You know what? Give me Mini. Give me Mini. I'm looking at the analytics right now, and analytics have Minnesota winning this at 56.6% chance. So a little more in the coin toss. Taking Minnesota, baby, and the points. Just keep it within a field goal. Let's go.
All right, I hope you're right, Yervon.
Yep. So Dallas
Right?
is the underdog. I can't believe Dallas is an underdog in this game.
Me
Oof,
too.
and then
Okay.
Chicago hasn't even won a game yet. What's going on here, Vegas? But
Yeah.
Vegas knows something, Bry. They did not like Dallas's defense last week, and I'm not going to blame them. That overtime win against the Giants, aforementioned with that Russell Wilson interception. Dallas can score, but they can't stop the score. Chicago's got some capable, pieces to make a run and put some points on the board. I don't know what the heck is going on here. Give me Dallas just because Chicago hasn't won a game yet. I know they're hungry and at home, but I'll take the points with maybe Dallas trying to fix the defense a little and make some adjustments, and they can score. So give me all the points because they can score.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And this is a surprising uh, line for me, but
Mhm.
as well, yeah, Chicago just doesn't. The way that they lost to the Vikings in Week 1 just shows that they can't hold on to a lead. I think that Dallas has too many weapons. They're a strong team, both on the ground and in the air. Their defense, they may not even have to play. Caleb Williams will just throw it to him anyway. This so he's just not turning out like I think we thought he would. But anyway, I think I'm going with you with Dallas to win that game. As easy as that. So
Yeah,
one of
and
those
I
that
got
we
one
agree
more
on.
thing to say. I like what you said about that, Brian, about that way they couldn't hold on to the lead week one. It kind of left a sour taste in your mouth. And I've seen that all too often with this coaching staff, with the
Mhm.
head coach. I hate to call out a head coach, but it just seems like some of the decisions being made with the Bears and the coaching isn't trickling down the way they want to with the players. So I'm with you.
All
All right,
right.
well, what's the next game on the docket? We got Arizona visiting San Francisco. San Francisco is favored by another razor sharp, thin margin, minus
Yeah.
1.5. This is both teams are undefeated in their, I think, 2-0 coming into this. I'm going to both teams 2-0, division rivalry. This is going to really separate cream of the crop, at least so far, with the Rams undefeated too. So what a nasty division so far. Big game. Give me the Cardinals just because they've got a starting quarterback and the Niners don't have theirs, and that's the only reason. And it's such a close game. I'm going to go with the upset.
Man, yeah, I'm kind of with you. The only thing that the 49ers have going for them is that they're at home.
Yeah,
So I think
I
that's
agree.
what tilts the favor in their possession. But and they're also their first home game of the season, so it's a season opener. So too close to call. I'm not gonna pick the same as you. Give me San Francisco, baby.
Nice. Yeah, they got McCaffrey to ride. So we'll see.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
All right. And then the last game on the docket is KC at New York Giants.
Hmm.
Both teams 0-2, right? Both teams need a win. Russell Wilson is not, this moment's not too big for him. We know that. Mahomes, this moment's not too big for him. It's going to be a wonderful matchup, I think. And it's the ending game, Sunday night football game on NBC. So, what a way to finish. I'm just going to go say hell with it. Chiefs did not look good the last two games. Give me the Giants to ride some of that momentum they had when they were in Dallas. They got close to a victory. It's their turn, baby. I'm going. Come on, Malik Neighbors. Come on, Russell Wilson. Let's go.
Oh, I was gonna pick them too, but I'm not.
Nice.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna
you're
go
crazy.
against you, man. You got dibs on that. So,
Uh,
Kansas City's gonna show their colors, and hopefully, in the positive way. So they'll beat them by a touchdown. I don't like this pick actually. I think you actually might be right, but uh, for competitive sake, I'm picking like the Chiefs.
all right.
Uh,
That's
all right,
awesome.
man. We're winding down here, so I
All
don't. What do we
right.
got to
Well, we
close us
got
out?
last week. Last week we both went 3-2 so far in the season. Brian, you're 6 for 4. I am 5 for 5. It's nice call. You're a little bit ahead. Here we go, baby. Let's ride the rails. It's Hot Mess Express time, baby. How about NFL officials? You're riding the rails. Did you see that call at the end of that Colts game, Broncos game? Come on now. Wow. You talk about how the officials got involved in the game. If it's super egregious and there's an official at the last play of the game, I understand, call it. But this was a call I think we could have swallowed the whistle. It was kind of a leverage call on a 60-yard field goal. They said one of the Broncos players launched off the back of another player, and it helped him propel in the air. So they threw a 15-yard flag. The kickoff, now the field goal is a 45-yarder, and he made it instead of missing the 60. And they walk off a winner. Wow. Talk about, that left a bad taste in my mouth. If I am Denver Broncos, I am pissed. And I went and did the review thing and watched that leverage call a few times on my broke it down frame by frame. And it's kind of an iffy call, bro. That's one
Wow.
I would swallow the whistle. And if I'm like, you can't get that game back. And this is a razor thin league. One game will keep you out of the playoffs. So that would frustrate me. I think that Colts, what do they call that? That horseshoe on their helmet. That was a really lucky thing. And I think that worked
Ah,
for me.
nice.
So that's my Hot Mess Express NFL officials. Come on. What are you doing? All
Nice.
right.
Home field advantage.
Yeah.
You gotta love it. All right, buddy. This concludes our episode 3 of year number 4 for the Green Dog Blitz. Thank everybody for listening to the Green Dog Blitz, and make sure you subscribe to our podcast. and on your favorite listening app of choice and share with your friends. We always want to hear what you got to say. So shoot us an email at greendogblitz@yahoo.com and let us know what you think. Ask a question and we'll add it to the show. All right, so may the best team win this week. May your team win. Good luck with that. Start each week by tuning into the Green Dog Blitz with Anderson and Agobian. We'll catch you next week.